Funny, the other day, one of the guys was like, oh, what are we gonna do with these extra filters from doing the filters? And why is there extra? I go, well, let's organize this a bit, which I did. It was a mess before up here. So we organized it, telling the guys how important it is to keep it clean, because we have complaints before from the guys just leaving a mess and whatever. So at least now I made a note on what we have. It's all organized. But that whole day of telling these guys about maintenance and motors on the, I didn't realize these. And you think any of them, I'm pretty sure. Jeez. Anyways, it's important, guys, to clean up after yourself. You don't want to keep this for the client, tenant. Some tenants don't mind too much, but some do. Some do and don't say nothing until when it's too late, right? Got a couple carriers that are down, they said, so I'm gonna check them out. So it looks like it's getting its power from line side. Getting its power coming in, line side. Goes to a fuse terminal, VFD, into the motor. So if you come here, it gets power, and then if we're not getting power here, then there's probably fuses in between. They have to be changed or they're bad. From here, it goes to the VFD. So let's check power and see what happens. So terminal block 1, 355, blue. 355 there. And the yellow said it's going on the line side. Contactor grabbing power here, 355. So we got power going to probably a fuse terminal block. And when I see this, I know it's a VFD. Check if there's power here. I'll just stick it in there, one-handed. No power. No power. Okay, no power. We gotta open up that cabinet and see what's going on in the blower section. Let's do this with one hand here. Get one side of the fuse. 350. 350. 350, nothing, nothing, and nothing. All three fuses are pooch. Let's turn this off. Confirm power is off. We got no power here. Nothing, no power. I gotta hold this friggin' door. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Make sure they're the right fuses for this unit. 10 amps, 600 volts, all 10 amps, 600 volts. I wonder if the VFD is good, but we're gonna get fuses, see what happens. All right, so I gotta just wrap it up. I'm gonna go check another unit right now. I'm gonna wait for my helper, which is probably calling right now. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, Renault. Sorry? Yeah, I'm here.
Can you throw me down the key card or a key or something, please?
Sure, I'll find you and I'll throw it down.
Yeah, I'm parked by your truck anyways.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, bye. We'll come back to this unit, but I'll go check 2 other units to see if I need any other parts. That's one of the things I have him here for. He's cleaning some coils and he's gonna be my gopher for parts. So we'll be back at this unit. You opened it, you see there's no water there?
I opened the tap, but the water's not coming out. And there's a sprinkler room right there, so I'm assuming it's something to do with that.
Yeah, see if it's valved off in the sprinkler room and then...
Yeah, but you can't get in.
Oh.
It's locked.
Fuck. There's no hose bib up here, right? There's no water up here, eh?
Tap water?
Yeah, up here.
I don't think so, no. Down here.
Is that how you did it last time?
I didn't do it last time.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure it's from here.
I wonder if you called down to get a hold of somebody to open that. Let me come down and then... Yeah. Okay, let me see if I get some water going for this guy and then go from there. It's a 3 evaporators. We'll just foam them, spray them.
And I'll help you in and go get your parts.
Yeah, I'll tell you what parts I need.
And I can maybe hopefully have some time to learn some new stuff.
Yeah, I'll show you. I don't mind. Get it empty. Get the backpack.
Yeah.
So we can spray them after. And
So
that's
the backpack or the poly sprayer? There's two options.
The backpack it has a little pressure. It'd be good.
You know which one the poly sprayers?
Yeah,
it's the one you pump
ones. I don't know how good that is.
They're really good, but
so get that if you want.
I'll get both.
It's up to you.
Because I'm going back to the shop anyways later. Put these back.
All right.
Because I'm not keeping those in my damn truck.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just grab both.
Sure.
And whichever option you like.
Doesn't matter. As long as we don't get water inside and we just rinse them off lightly.
Because I know the poly sprayers, it just depends on how much you pump. The pressure is really low. The more you pump, the pressure gets a bit solid.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it dies down.
Yeah.
But
it's just rinsing
them. Why do we need them if you're foaming it?
When you're foaming them, technically you don't have to. But I like to rinse them off anyway. So
Yeah,
the poly spray is fine, probably.
Okay, so do you want me to get 4 cans from United?
Yeah.
Maybe 4 cans is enough?
Get 4 or
Even
so cans.
Four's okay, even if I were to get them, we'll still use them in
the future. Pump is there, get the pump, we can put water in it. If we have to spray anything, we can spray.
No, I'm just gonna stop at the shop first. I'll grab the poly sprayer in the backpack.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to United.
All right.
Do you need anything from there?
I don't know if they have fuses. You can see, let's say.
How many do you need of these?
It's 10 amps, 600 volts. Give me,
It's the exact same one.
yeah.
Okay.
Give me, 9.
9 of these?
Yeah.
Noble maybe has them.
Okay.
Noble's right here.
Yeah. If they don't, we gotta go electrical supply.
4 cans of foam for
Yeah.
evaporator. 9 of these.
If they don't have them, go to the nearest electrical supplier here. So at least I get that out of the way.
You need something?
Okay, thank you.
Bro.
Thanks, bud. Okay, so I'm glad I took care of that. He had all the holes with him and everything. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. We did the PM right here and the condenser coil seemed fine. So I called the office and it's evaporator coils. They seen that they were a little dirty. So he's gonna go grab some foam sprayers, the Milwaukee pump or whatever, and just give him a rinse. He's happy, he doesn't have to haul 500 feet of holes up here. So I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna go check the other unit in the meantime, and I'm going to see what the other units need. Let's do it. Okay, so let's go find the other 2 units. They haven't got back to me, letting me know which ones are the other 2 units. So we're gonna have to go on a hunt and locate them. Okay, we found her, boys. So note says heat not working. Winter's approaching here. See the inducer motor coming on. Let's remove this panel here. Oh, and here it came on. Okay, so it came on. Running. I don't know why. Let's see how long it stays on for. Now I don't know if they clean flame sensors or not. You know, if you do it right, cleanest flame sensor is good. If you do it wrong, sometimes it makes it worse. Looks like it's clean, so they probably cleaned it. I don't know if they cleaned the burners, doesn't seem like it. So let's watch this and see what happens. All right, guys, I put the door back on. It's still running. Get the diagram here. Go to the heat diagram, and you see the flame sensor, and it goes to that board, right? Control board. So we're gonna see if we can take a reading from the control board to the flame sensor, the millivolt reading, and see what's a reading and go from there. See the flame rod there. That's positioned right in the middle of this burner, whatever you want to call it. And it's making sure all burners are lit. And once all the burners are lit, that flame rod rectifies, it sends a little small voltage, DC voltage through the flame rod to the ground. It'll go to the board. Now, I've seen a lot of these go bad because ground's bad, insulation is bad. So if you take this flame rod out, you should have no resistance between this and the ground. No resistance on anything in between. And you'll know your flame rod is pretty good. We're not gonna take it off. We're just gonna check the voltage. It's getting the correct voltage to the flame rod. Then we're gonna put the meter in series and check the microamps it's sending and rectifying to the board. All right, so the first test I like to do, guys, is I put 1 lead on the ground and I got 1 lead in my flame rod to see if I'm getting voltage. As soon as you put power, it's sending voltage to this flame rod. So you gotta be careful too, right? Power the unit. There you have it. Voltage is going to my flame rod. So we know it's sending voltage. We're gonna turn this off again. Now we're gonna put the meter in series to check microamps. Okay, so if you look up there, that's where my flame sensor goes on that heater board there. Now we could check to the ground. You probably get the same thing, what the flame sensor is reading, but we wanna make sure it's going to the board as well. So we're gonna put in series. It's going from the flame sensor through my meter, back out to the wire that goes to my board. So we're gonna put this on and see what it reads. And like I said, it looks clean, so it looks like it's probably gonna do pretty good. Inducer coming on. Inducer's on. It's gonna send spark. As you see, 0 right now, no flame. On. That looks good to me, guys. Saying that, that's why I wasn't shutting off. So I do not know why they were saying, I'm gonna put this lower door just kind of like so. We're gonna keep on running. Make sure it stays steady. I have seen these boards go bad. If it's holding microamps, it's still shutting off the flame, then it could be a bad board, obviously. But as of right now, status is good. It's running. I'll check the voltage or the amps on the blower motor. Assuming they check the heat exchanger. I think since I'm at the unit, I'll check the heat exchangers. If everything's good, we'll just go to the next unit. Okay, so we're getting the voltage to the flame sensor. It's rectifying, bringing the right microamps back to the board. I also checked the ground from the unit and the voltage. You don't want to see any difference there. You want to make sure you have nice grounds for the system. Everything seems like it's running. Checked an amp draw on the blower. Everything's running okay. So we're going to put the panels back. My colleague over here brought me the fuses. We're going to go back to the other unit. He's cleaning some evaporator coils that were listed. I'm showing him kind of what I'm doing here, guiding him. He's learning. How much is he retaining? It's up to him. We're trying, right? So let's put this back and go to the other unit. You don't have to over tighten them, guys. Make sure they're lined up and just give them a little snug. You don't have to hit the clutch. Be aware, and that's it. You're good. Yeah, because once you're set up on the first one, I'll come over. Yeah, sure. There he goes on his phone. He's gonna go to the first unit. He's trying to locate the units. We have no, like I said, we have no diagram here of where anything is. So he told me to come take a look, make sure he's doing it okay. So I'll go take a walk over there. Then I'll go to that unit there, put those fuses in. Let's go to Buddy there before I put those fuses in. What he's working on is these Aeons makeup air units. I guess somebody said, very dirty. Oh, that's good. That's good. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Sweet.
Splashes everywhere.
This one does?
No, I'm saying like that, like the water splashes everywhere. It's not like it's
Oh.
soft, like the water's good.
It doesn't look that
It
bad.
doesn't look that bad. I don't know why they're saying it's dirty. I know there's other ones that are worse.
So just, you know what, since you're here, just give it a spray, a little bit of pump, and that's
So
it.
electrical stuff, like put water on it?
Just electrical components like the pressure switches and stuff. Just
Put water on it? Oh,
don't put it.
Oh, don't
Like
put it.
avoid it. Just concentrate just on this and that, and that's it. See this pan?
Yeah.
This pan is the only thing that prevents the water from not going inside. So you got to make sure it stays in there. So don't put any water like in here. It might go inside, and that's about it.
Okay.
Just spray it quickly. You could probably use one can for 2 of them.
Yeah.
Just a quick spray. It's not even that bad. Yeah, because these are using economizers.
Going in there is gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, just be careful. Do the farthest area first, and you'll see when it foams.
It's just leaf away.
It's not too bad. It's honestly not too bad. Of all the cleaners, dude, that's the other great thing about refrigeration technologies. They are eco-friendly out of a lot of them. So that's the greatest thing about this spray. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, spray it down. So you don't have to worry about, you know, cancerous. This spray is pretty good. It's very eco-friendly, bio-friendly. It's the greatest spray ever. Refrigeration technologies. I know the wind's blowing right here, right? So yeah, just spray that side, spray this side, give it a little pump. Just to rinse it off, because we don't know if we're gonna get AC mode. So these ones actually, Aeons will, but regardless, just give them a little spray. Cool?
Yeah, boss.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Why is this gas off? We're not using the gas on these? Okay, got distracted. Let's put these fuses in and start her up. Power's off. Let's check, guys. Always want to double check. Fuses are in. Let's put it on and see what happens. Stand back. VFDs, I tell you. Let's check the power going in. 350. The deuce was going on.
350. 350. We got power going into the unit, to the VFD. Going out. Saying 50 volts. 50 volts. 50 volts. You usually have to take this off, but we're gonna try to do it. Just sneak in there and see if we could see what's going on with that clip. Change the fuses, power going in, power coming out, power going to the VFD. That's my inducer running. Usually with these VFDs, a fan will come on right away internally, and it's not coming on. Some of them have a screen, put them in manual hand mode. This one doesn't. Fuse is blown, doesn't have a fault. Oh, actually, you do see it. Let's get some shade there. Yeah, there's a fault and no status green. So there is a fault on this VFD, and we can't do anything with parameters because we have no screen. This contact carrier changed this. Instead of just getting the screen, change this drive, get a screen for future, for any other machines we have with this VFD, and go from there. Usually for power surges and stuff like that, they have filters internally that will help with that, but maybe this one, who knows, gone bad. I'm gonna check the motor. I already checked it once before. Omen out the motor to make sure the motor is okay, to see if we can get this drive, because there is firmware for a specific unit it's on. So I want to make sure I get the right one, VFD drive for this unit. So guys, when you're contacting carrier, make sure, of course, you have all the numbers. Make sure you have the serial number, and this number I don't think is needed, but make sure you get the model numbers. These things here, the model numbers start with here. Let me see if I can focus here. AHH, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you take a picture of that as well. You'll be all set to go. Model number, serial number of the machine. So, how's it going?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah? Yeah. How were the coils? How were they? Do you see a difference though with the chemical? And
yeah,
the system was running fine when I got here. No alarms. I tested in manual mode my economizer. It's working. What should be doing. It has a minimum set point 3.2 volts, minimum possession. All my settings are correct. Freeze protection, my calls for Y cooling, Y2 cool, everything is set up right in the parameters. Mixed air temp, everything's set up. So we're gonna leave this system as is and back, make a few phone calls and see what they want to do with that drive. Maybe we'll just bypass it, save them money, right? It's gonna be pretty expensive. I'm thinking 2 to 4 grand for that drive, if they have it. All right, guys, so my tuition was right. I took a little water break and I called carrier. That drive is about 35 plus a little bit of shipping, not much, $3,500. I'm gonna bypass it for now because I will mention this in my report. Customer, if they want it, they're gonna lose a little bit of efficiency. Now, how much was it? 2-stage efficiency? Like, it's very minimal. So we're just gonna wire it direct. The thing is, when you do something like this, you wanna make sure there's nothing tied in. Maybe install a contactor if there is, maybe smoke detection, alarms, because you're just bypassing it, right? So you gotta look at the schematic and see what's it doing before that. If it's going straight to the power, so be it. From power, put it on. But sometimes I realized it's coming from a contactor or a motor starter, and those are interlocked with alarms. So if there's an alarm or fire, it will close your boiler, blower. So you want to make sure nothing's tied into them before you start bypassing things. I will mention it to the owner, client, that we're bypassing it and we're saving them lots of money. So let's do that right now and see what happens. So we'll grab the VFD power coming in and we'll tie it down to the motor. It could be quick connects right here actually. We'll cut these ties and see what happens. Always want to make sure power's off, guys. Yeah, these are the power going out to the motor. Awesome. So we just quick connect in, look at wire, tie them. Let's double check power's off, guys, always. So I told Buddy to check the security office to see if there's a mini split. Clean it. Let's see what he's saying. I don't know if you can see that. There's a unit, but it's like a sponge, not really filter. That's all he says. Okay, what's outside? Okay, we should be able to replace that. We're gonna disconnect it from here, coming out. So that's disconnected. And then coming in, we'll go right in. Male, female. Male, female. Sweet. Make sure they're all the way in. Okay, let's get these ones here. Just put some tie straps, and it's grounded. So that's grounded already. So we're good there. We're gonna put a tie strap here. Going, and then let's start her up, guys, see what happens. Should go on right away. We're gonna check the end draw, put it in heating mode and see what happens. On this unit here, you see this? So they got straight R going to G. Smoke detector, nothing. Actually just kicked in, so let's see what happens. Reducer's on. Yeah, he's calling. Our status, let's see what to say here. 2. Let me take off this cover. Okay, so we have 2 indicators. High pressure switch, I believe. So there's really not much to this heating board. 24 volts coming in. You got your motor, you got your flame sensor. And there's not too much to it for the relays. Your safeties are all coming in here. Your high limit, your rollout. So I technically could take this off. You can check it right here. Here's one right here, one high limit, right? There's another high limit in the cavity that comes here, pressure switch. Yeah, so let's check that out. And I'm gonna just take this off. I could do it from here. If you take it off, or maybe even if you could just stick your skinny leads in there. If you go to the blue terminals, you're on ohms, right? And you go here. That's closed. That's going to the switch there. Now, if you go to pressure switch is the yellow, so it's going to be closing. We'll check with voltage after system's running. And then the high limit, the other one is the purple. So we'll stick that in there. Our skinny leads in there, and we're getting nothing. Nada. I could take this clip off too. I'm just doing it for its user with the camera. So this here should be in here. Is bad. And there it is. So there's the other one. So let's get the meter and check it out. Keep these ones on. Oh, great. Here. So one of the terminals is ripped off. It's supposed to be like that. So if we put our leads across that with ohms, it's closed. We're just gonna tie this together right now. Let's get this system running, see if it starts up, and then go from there. Jeez, we need a new limit switch. All right, guys, so just for testing purposes, just had some jumpers there. I'm gonna check out the meter on the board here to see if it's closed. And it is. So we're closed there. I'm gonna put this cover back on and let it rip. That's all it is. Heat up and they open. Okay, unit's on. Hopefully it fires up so we know the system's running. All we need is a high limit. I might get a pressure switch as well. They've seen better days. The terminals are really bad. Let's get a fresh one in there. See if it's calling. It's not calling yet. So we'll give it a second. If not, we'll wait. We'll jump it out. There it is. It's fired. Awesome. Let's make sure it stays on. We're gonna disconnect that jumper, get a high limit switch, get a pressure switch, probably clean up that a little bit, and that's it. She's rolling. My other guy left, cleaned the security booth. The coil there hasn't I think they missed it really dirty. So they cleaned that. I'm gonna go inside. There's unit heaters he wants to add to the PM. So I'm gonna go take a look at those. Machine. That's gonna go in there. All right, a couple units looked after. Guided the new guy. Not new, he's just new in the trade. Cleaned those evaporator coils on the Aeon Mega Bears. Security booth. I'm gonna check out those unit heaters the guy was saying he wanted to add to the PM. Let's see if I walk and locate them and see what kind they are. Go from there. So you see one down there, that's one. Looks like, see these are the air handling units. Mega Bears. And you see another one here coming up. So that's 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, so these are it. So we need a scissor lift. Okay. That gives me an excuse to walk at the back warehouse here. There's the other one. These 5 right here. Pretty cool. Production. This place is full of huge stages. Look at this. These are pictures of Star Trek. Crazy. Cool. I think I'm here. This hallway goes huge.